They play a good level of volleyball. The two spikers are I guess the strongest point of the team. And we are here, then we want to play for our chance. But let me say that for me it's a pleasure to be in Warsaw again in front of the Polish fans. So I hope they will have a good fun here.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I have to be honest with you, I'm waiting some easier match, but I think that doesn't exist. This is a good team. The last season they was winning the league. They have experienced player with good quality. They have a great coach like Roberto Santilli. I expect a difficult match.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the super match of the week of the best club volleyball competition in the world. It's the CEV Champions League, a huge match this week in Pool B between Projekt WARSZAWA of Poland and Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA of Turkey. My name's Rob St. Clair. Thanks so much for joining live on the CEV YouTube channel and on Eurovolley.tv. A huge match here live from Warsaw. One of the most competitive pools of the entire tournament, Pool B. Both these teams trying to keep pace with the undefeated Dynamo Moscow. Both very good European powerhouse clubs looking to advance out of the Champions League fourth round into the quarterfinals.
Ladies and gentlemen, we warmly welcome you at CEV Champions League match number 46 between Projekt WARSZAWA and Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA.
Just about time to meet the teams.
Champions League anthem.
As first we enjoy the anthem of the CEV Champions League. It is so good to have fans back in the arena, and the atmosphere here in Warsaw is electric. We'll see if Projekt WARSZAWA can take that home crowd momentum into their first win of the Champions League campaign. In their super match of the week 2 weeks ago, Warszawa went up 2-0 on the road at Dynamo Moscow before losing the final 3 sets. They were reverse swept by last year's CEV Cup champions. Ziraat Bankasi, meanwhile, beat Maaseik of Belgium 3-0 2 weeks ago. Introducing our starting lineups. We mostly know what we're going to get out of these two teams. First, we will meet the visitors in red and white of Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA. Martina Tanasov, number 1, the Bulgarian outside hitter, a huge piece of the Ankara offense, along with Wouter Termat, superstar judge opposite. Bedirhan Bulbul in the middle. Arslan Ekshi at the setter position, number 10. And interestingly, Benny Tuinstra gets the started outside hitter over Oriol Camejo, the veteran Cuban. Interesting move there. We will see how Tuinstra holds up in his first Champions League action. The other middle blocker, Faik Samet Gunesh, and the libero will be Berke Bayraktar for Ankara. They are coached by Italian Roberto Santilli. Speaking of Italian coaches, here's Coach Andrea Anastasi's Warszawa squad. Bartosz Krolek, Igor Grobelny on the left sides. Angel Trinidad of Spain at the setter position. Two of the best middle blockers in the world, Peter Novakovsky, Andrei Verona. The opposite will be Mikhail Superlak. Now that Dusan Pekovic is on the roster for this trip, but Superlak still gets the start. And Damian Wojtaszek, one of the best liberos on the planet, in the off-colored gold jersey. There's a look at the starting lineup, exactly what we saw in Warszawa's 3-2 loss to Dynamo Moscow 2 weeks ago. There is Coach Andrea Anastasi, former coach of the Polish national team, who stuck around in Poland to coach the club level. Very, very experienced head man. These two teams look awesome. I love this jersey combination. Ankara in the white with the red, classic iconic circle. Warszawa with white, gold on blue. Will be Angel Trinidad serving first. Spanish setter for the home side. Jay Blankenau is on the roster for Warszawa this time. We did not see him even make the trip to Moscow 2 weeks ago. He is an option off the bench for Coach Anastasi. Tanasov, Tuinstra, and Termat, the wing trio of Ankara, going to have a lot of pressure put on them by this Warszawa serving and blocking. Conversely, Bartosz Królek, Igor Grobelny, Michal Supelak looking to hit for much higher efficiency than they were able to do 2 weeks ago on the road against Dynamo Moscow. Angel Trinidad will have the honor to start us off. Super match of the week here in the CEV Champions League. A good serve starts us off. Atanasov will take an out-of-system swing. Transition opportunity, and Królek puts it away out of the back row, and Warszawa is on the board first. Beautiful put away by number 2 in white, gold, and blue of Warszawa out of the back row. Just like we were talking about in the pregame show. Make sure you check out the European Volleyball show every week before the Super Match of the Week on the YouTube channel. We were talking about Warszawa's ability to slow down attackers and generate transition opportunities. There is a beautiful swing by Wouter Termaat out of the back court. Number 2 in white and red, Wouter Termaat, 30 years of age, 2 meters even, of the Netherlands. You don't hear about him nearly as much on the national team stage because there's this strange guy named Emir Abdelaziz that typically plays ahead of him, but Termaat is a superstar in the club scene. Big part of Ankara's ability to make it to the finals of the CEV Challenge Cup a year ago. Super lock on the left side, down the line in rotation 1. He's able to put it away as libero Berke Bayraktar can't jump over the barrier and rescue that ball. And that one rotation that some teams really struggle with, where the opposite and the outside hitter are switched, which wing they attack on, that one serve-receive rotation only. Supelak there, the opposite, attacking on the left, gets Warszawa out of that rotation the first time of asking. Good pass there. Rotation 1, speaking of which, for Ankara, put away on the right side by Martina Tanasov. 2-meter Bulgarian, 25 years of age, one of the great young athletes in the Bulgarian national team program. A beautiful swing there, wrist away off the edge of the block of Królek and out of play. Atanasov will go back to serve after that put away. One of the best servers on this Ankara team, really capable of putting on some pressure. Ace serve right on cue. What a bomb by Martina Tanasov right down the line, and Królek just shrugs his shoulders like, what do you want me to do about this? That's an unbelievable serve. Straight down the sideline to position 5, way outside of Królek's body, and just with a ton of heat, Ankara takes the lead. 3-2 early on here in the first set off a beautiful serve. Let's see if Atanasov can do it again. Cuts that one short, handled really well by Królek that time. Grobelny out of the backcourt, wrist away inside the sideline. And already 2 pipe attacks from Projekt WARSZAWA, and setter Angel Trinidad really using that option to mix up the Ankara block, and you can totally see it right there. Faik Samet Gunesh completely jumped with the quick middle attacker, and no block up for Grobelny there. Float serve handled well off the net by Tweenstra. He will take an out-of-system swing at best, but beautifully located right off the fingertips of the block and out of play. Nice work by the young Dutchman. Benny Tweenstra, only 21 years of age at 1.95 there. You see him number 12 in white and red. Not a good pass, but he makes up for it with a really smart third contact swing. Gunesh, the middle blocker, back to serve, working on the hands of Królek. Set to the middle, pancake play not quite able to be made by Ekshi in the backcourt. Give the kill to Warszawa captain Andrzej Wrona. 2 meters and 5, 33 years of age, spent significant time on the Polish national team. One of the very best middle blockers in the blocking phase in the world, along with his teammate Peter Nowakovsky. A big advantage, in my opinion, for Warszawa coming into this match. Here's the opposite. Superlak looking to break the tie. Clips the tape. Atanasov is able to keep it alive. Basically a free ball opportunity here. But Trinidad into the net with his shoulder as he reaches to try and set that ball, and that's a big break for Ankara. Not a good pass. They effectively had to send over a free ball, but that first contact on the Warszawa side handled just a little bit too tight, and Trinidad couldn't keep himself out of the net. Termaat, the opposite, serving for Ziraat Bankasi, leading 5-4. Another really dangerous serving. Another good one right on cue, and Superlock can't run it down. Another ace serve for Ankara, 2 already early on here in the first. This is just perfect, right into the so-called corridor of uncertainty, to use the term from my colleague Clayton Lucas. Right in between Królek and Grobelny. Beautifully located jump spin serve, and Ziraat Bankasi leads 6-4. Serve missed that time by Ziraat, but the damage was definitely done. Just about any coach in the world will take a 1-to-1 ace-to-error ratio that goes for a whole team throughout a match or in just one particular serving rotation. Volek led his team in scoring against Dynamo Moscow, but not a very good offensive performance for anybody on the Polish side 2 weeks ago. Ziraat out of the back row, right on the end line down the line. That is an outstanding high level swing by number 2 in white and red. Watch this from the baseline camera angle. Beautiful set by Ekshi, gets him a solo block and kind of that Langle sort of action, but the line and angle combination, like to the outside of the blocker, but also way inside that line defender. That ball may have been going out of bounds, handled by Volek in the backcourt. Beautiful set by Trinidad, but kept alive. Joust play at the net. Grabelny tip deep. Ankara's got to have this point in transition. Actually, Atanasov, and he puts it away. Right on the sideline in position 5. Beautiful defensive scrambling by both teams, and it turns into a point in transition offense for Ziraat Bankasi. First look at the sort of LeBron James face mask. It's number 7, Bedirhan Bulbul, the middle blocker, wearing the protective black face mask. Pass the ball off the net. Grabelny will have an out-of-system swing. Good block coverage there from Wojtaszek. Grabelny again, this time puts it away off the triple block. And the Ankara defense too deep in the court to run that one down. Really good block coverage play there by number 18 in goal, Damian Wojtaszek, the 33-year-old Polish libero, one of the best in the league, in the world, and probably the best right now in the Plus Liga. And that is a high honor with some of the fellow liberos that play in Poland right now. Here's Verona. Out of the back row, Tweenstra comes flying in from behind the 3-meter line and puts it away through the block and down. Good set there by Ekshi. And again, you can see that separation generated against the opposing block with that pipe attack. Kept Bulbul, the middle attacker, up in front of him on that gap set, created a lot of space for Tweenstra to come barreling in out of the back row. 9-6. Super lock out of the back court. High off the fingertips of the block and couldn't be kept alive. Pretty good offensive start by both teams. Both teams doing a good job of scoring out of the back row with their opposites and also doing smart things, making good choices in relation to the block. That time Superak saw a significant seam between the two blockers and swung right through it. And serve missed short by Angel Trinidad. Good look at coach Andrea Anastasi of Projekt WARSZAWA, former coach of the Polish national team. An Italian legend now making his home in Poland, coaching the club game. Arslan Ekshi, 36 years of age, still the starting setter for the Turkish national team. Such an outstanding career. The left-hander kept alive pretty well by Grabelny. Super lock on the left side again, missed it out of bounds this time. Just wide of the sideline in position 5 on the cross-court angle swing, and Ankara takes a 4-point lead, 11-7, and Warszawa's going to have to call a timeout here to talk about this. Good start for the visiting side of Ziraat Bankasi on the road here in Warsaw this week in Champions League in a very important match. Timeout here early on in the first set.
We have 3 opportunities in transition, 3 times. We don't use it, don't make the point. Guys, we have to be on focus. We have to enter inside this match. We have to be really more strong with the mental side and enter inside the match.
You can hear Coach Andrea Anastasi coaching there in the timeout in English, telling his team about the transition opportunities that they've had so far and how they're not yet able to take advantage of them. Interesting to hear that in the timeout. An Italian coach coaching a Polish team, and I guess the common language is English. Actually, the left-hander will continue to serve out of the timeout here. Warszawa's got to have this point, and it's not an easy rotation in reception here in rotation 1. Back to Grabelny on the right side, and he puts it away. A huge point for Warsawa out of the timeout. Really good swing there by number 13 in white, gold, and blue, Igor Grabelny. 28 years of age, 1'94", has Belgian and Polish dual citizenship. So he doesn't count against the foreign player limit in the Plusliga. But of course, that doesn't matter here in Champions League. You can have players from all over the world if you want. That ball hit out of bounds by Atanasov, looking for a block touch. And he's not going to get that, but he is going to get a net violation called against Warsawa, I believe. That's what the down official was signaling. Might have a challenge here. And yes, I believe we will. And it's Warsawa initiating the challenge, so they believe that they did not touch the net on this play. Each team gets 2 video replay challenges per set, but if you win your challenge, you keep it, so you can effectively challenge infinitely as long as you keep getting them right. Our first of many right here midway through the first set. Get everything squared away at the scores table, and I wouldn't be surprised if Warszawa's given this point, we might see a second challenge, a counter challenge from Ankara. We'll see. Okay, no net fault is the call on the replay. So I'm on the review, that is. So I'm not sure if the ultimate call will be to replay the point or to look at the result of that point, because Atanasov or Warsawa thought that Atanasov hit that ball out of bounds. And Anastasi is not pleased about this. So the interesting thing about that is that it was a net violation that ended the play. The attack attempt from Atanasov wasn't the thing that ended the play according to the officials. So the options for a net touch are, if you review one that was called and it ends up not being a net touch, really the only option is to replay the point. And that is not a good break for Warsawa because that ball was in fact hit out of bounds. But those two actions are unrelated. Oh, Anastasi, this is volleyball. You don't know the rules. I'm pretty sure these are elite level officials, and I'm pretty sure they do know the rules. I believe the case is that those two actions are entirely unrelated. The net touch that we thought ended the point initially and the attack attempt are not related. Although we might go back to the video replay system again. A confusing one here early on in the first set, and now Coach Roberto Santilli is going to have some words on the Ankara side. So that's the confusing part about this, is that there were two potentially challengeable actions in that, like close actions in that last play. One was the net touch, which we've already looked at, and there was no net touch against Warsawa. The other was the attack attempt of Atanasov, which looked out of bounds, but did it touch the block or not? So I think we're sorting out both of those things, which is why this is taking such a long time. So now we're going to look at block touch, and there is no touch on its way out of bounds. So I think Andrea Anastasi is going to get his way here. He's going to win two challenges in one play. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Winning a block touch challenge and a net violation challenge in one play, and Warsawa does take that point. The score now 9 serving 11. Now an opportunity to get back within one. Superlock initiates the reset. That ball eventually to the floor, and Ankara is not happy about that no call on ball handling. They wanted either a lift or a double contact called against Superlock after he reset that ball into the block. He covered that one himself, and Ankara believes that that was done illegally. Interesting. We've got some drama with the officiating here in the last 2 points. And already Roberto Santilli of Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA has been given a yellow card. That did not take long. And he's got to be careful, otherwise he might get a red. Yeah, so that's the play right there that Ankara is arguing about. Was that underhanded sort of first ball contact by Superlock after the reset legal or not? It certainly wasn't very good, but that's a judgment call, can't be challenged. And look at that. An overpass by Ziraat Bankasi and faked by Arslan Ekşi. Goes straight to the floor on the Warszawę side. And Ziraat Bankasi gets out of that rotation. They lead 12-10. I think that's technically a kill for Benny Tuinstra. What a play by Ekşi. I love that play. Just going up as if he's going to set it, knowing that ball is actually going over the net. So nobody touches it. That ball hit the ground faster than even if he had dumped the ball to the floor. Very interesting sequence here in the first set. Atanasov barely kept alive by Wojciech. Volek challenges the triple block and he puts it away. What a pass by Damian Wojciech. That was almost an ace serve, and I dare say it might have been against just about any receiver in the world. What a play that is by number 18 in gold, and Volek takes advantage. Ankara libero Berkay Bayraktar could not keep that one alive. That's number 19 in black, defending in position 5. So Warszawę back within 1 here at home, 11 serving 12 in the first set. Novakovsky, the middle blocker, to float serve. Give and go to the middle. Wow, Faik Samet Güneş made the first and third contacts on that play. And a really good delivery from Ekşi in between. That is an awesome individual effort by number 14 in white and red. Verona was about half step behind in the blocking phase that time. Not a good pass there by Grabelnik. Volek will take an out-of-system swing. Right on the end line in position 6, but I believe we might see a challenge on this as the entire Ankara bench thought that was out of bounds. Did not touch the block. Ooh, they might have a case there. That is really close. Didn't have enough frame rate on that replay there to see if that caught a piece of the end line. I think we would have to go to the challenge system, and I don't believe Coach Santuli will call one. Interesting. Superlock handled pretty well there by Atanasov. Out of system swing coming here from Termat. And he hits it out of bounds, and we are tied. 13-13, a very interesting back and forth set here in the first. 13 all in this best 3 out of 5 set to 25 points. You must win by 2 if we get to that point. And I could very much see these two teams go into extra points in this set or any of the others. Superlock, 2 meters and 6, 28 years of age, number 14, the opposite for Warszawę serving. And an overpass opportunity here for Trinidad, who takes a swing on 2. And Warszawę takes the lead. What an athletic play by number 7 in white and gold. Nicely set up by Kofolek to give him the option. And the Ankara block was not ready for that. Warszawę having taken over the momentum after trailing 11-7. They have gone on a 7-2 run since. And now Ziraat Bankasi needs a timeout of their own.
But we stay in front, and we always have to be ready for the shot. Every rotation, you be ready for the shot. Then we pass the shot with a middle block and then solve the problem. Hey, guys, move the next,
Both of these coaches coaching in English on the sidelines. You heard it there from Roberto Santilli. I mean, an Italian coach for a Turkish team. Maybe their English is the common language as well. And you can hear him telling his team to always be ready for the shot. That's either the off-speed shot short or the high flat shot off the fingertips or anything other than the hard swing. He wants his team to be ready for anything from the Warszawę offense, including middle attack. And we haven't seen the middles get that involved for either team just yet, but you better believe they will. It's definitely a strength, at least for Warszawę, I believe. Here's Superlock again. Easy serve handled by Atanasov. Termat high off the hands of Kwolek and way out of play. And a good timeout there by Ziraat Bankasi Ankara, and we are tied at 14. Look at the tempo of that set from Ekşi to Termat on the right side. That is so fast. No chance for that second blocker to catch up on the Warszawę side. Superlock high into the hands, and it can't be covered. Stuff block for Bedirhan Bulbul in the mask. with Benny Tweenstra there as well. That is a really nice double block move. Yeah, beautiful work by Bedir here on Blue Bulls, sealing that seam and gets a favorable deflection out of the reach of the Warszawa defense in coverage. And Ziraat Bankasi takes the lead. Another good serve there, handled even better and put away out of the middle by Verona, right on cue. We said that the middle attackers are going to get more involved, and that was an outstanding pass, which gave Angel Trinidad all of his options. Tied up at 15 again. Here's Volleyball. Misses that one short. The balance between serving aggressively enough and serving so aggressively that you miss too many serves is quite the fine line in elite level men's volleyball. We talk about it all the time. Ace to error ratio is more the thing that coaches look for rather than just straight up number of service errors. Super lock out of the back row is absolutely rejected. Bedirhan Bulbul again with a huge tough block this time. Tweenstra there as well. That was an absolute brick wall. It's Atanasov, excuse me, the left front blocker that time. So that is all Bulbul, the young Turkish middle blocker, only 22 years of age. Rocking the black mask. And if I was blocked by a guy wearing a mask and with that amount of force, I would be pretty afraid too. That serve missed out of bounds by Tweenstra. We mentioned leading up to the start of the match that Benny Tweenstra getting the started outside hitter for Ziraat Bankasi over Oriol Camejo, the Cuban veteran who came over from Zenit St. Petersburg this offseason. It was an interesting choice with Tweenstra at only 21 years of age. That is such a good swing down the line by Martina Tanasov. Beautiful range right on the sideline. Check this out from the baseline camera angle. You can see him looking at the space left by the blocker Trinidad between his outside hand and the antenna. And enough space to attack that down the line, but also inside the position one defender. Really good swing there. Pretty aggressive hybrid serve there from Bulbul that misses it wide of the sideline in position 5. Serving 18. Trinidad back to serve here for Warszawa with some pretty good blocking rotations. Got to serve this ball in. Keeps it in play on the short float serve. Atanasov again. What a dig by Kolek. Grabelny challenges the block. Pretty good defensive play there by Tweenstra. Termot out of the back row right on the end line. That is an absolutely outstanding swing by number 2 in white and red. Good defense as well by his national team teammate Benny Tweenstra. 2 Dutchmen getting the start for Ziraat Bankasi in this match, and you can see there on the replay right inside the end line. Such a good swing by Wouter Termot. Here's actually the left-hander working against Warszawa's rotation 1. Good pass and put away in the middle by Peter Novakovsky. What more can you say about this guy's career? Novakovsky, 34 years of age. Played in just about every tournament you can imagine. Champions League, Olympic Games, European Championships, a 2-time world champion with Poland. One of the great combination blockers and attackers at the middle blocking position in the world. Ziraat Bankasi leading by 2 here after the service error, 20 serving 18. And here is Oriol Camejo off the bench. Going to come in for Benny Tweenstra to add some blocking presence. Camejo, the 35-year-old Cuban, has played all over the world and in 2 meters and 7, tied for the tallest player on the entire Ziraat Bankasi roster. His first season in Turkey, like I mentioned, after coming over from Zenit St. Petersburg in Russia last year. Beautiful pass by Wojtaszek. Volek is blocked again. What a cover by Wojtaszek. Free ball sent here. Big opportunity for Ekshi. Good block touch, but not quite good enough by Verona to keep it in play. That was an incredible defensive sequence by Projekt WARSZAWA, but all they could do was send over a free ball, and a good set choice there by Arslan Ekshi. Put away by Martina Tanasov, and our Turkish visitors lead by 3 points. That was Novakovsky, blocking. He was just barely too late to keep that block touch in play. 21-18. And like I was talking about in the European Volleyball Show, our pre-match show here on the YouTube channel right before this one, I think the pressure is firmly on the shoulders of Warszawę in this match. They trail in the standings. Ziraat Bankasi won their first match, beating Masaryk 3-0. Warszawę went up 2-0 over Dynamo Moscow 2 weeks ago before losing the match 3-2. And as competitive as this pool is, you do not want to lose your first 2 matches of the 6 that you would play here in the 4th round. If you do that, you basically have to run the table, winning your 4 remaining matches in order to have a chance to make it out. And that is not an easy task. And you have to play Dynamo Moscow and Ziraat Bankasi again in the return leg. So some pressure on Warszawę playing here, but at home, a little bit of a perceived advantage. Good opportunity here for Ziraat Bankasi, leading by 3 to get on the board first in the first set. Good serve there by Atanasov. Tipped out of the middle by Novakovsky and to the floor out of the reach of a diving Atanasov defensively. Good pass there by Kvolek to put that inside the 3-meter line. Give Trinidad the option to run his middles. Right there, that ball maybe set a tiny bit too high, and Novakovsky whipping out the paintbrush. Just barely getting his fingertips on that ball. 19 serving 21 here. Novakovsky, a good float server. Warszawę needing a couple points on serve here to force extra points. Termat threw the block and down again. An excellent start from number 2 in red. I wonder where this ball went in relation to the block. Let's see if we get a look at it on the replay. Yeah, here we go. Right through the seam. Verona just barely too late in closing with Kvolek there on the left side. And that is intentional by Termat to hit it right there. He sees that separation, is able to exploit it before the block's able to get there. Roll shot sent back over to Warszawę. What a stuff block that is, 1-on-1. Berian Bulbul with his 3rd stuff block of the set. That time putting down one of the best middle attackers in the world. Andre Verona is clamped by the young 22-year-old, and a huge insurance point for Ziraat Bankasi. Look at that read. Beautiful footwork and handwork by number 7 in red. Took that little shuffle step to his right to take away that gap set from Warszawę. That is such a good individual blocking play. Another stuff block. Oh my goodness. Oriol Camejo that time. With Bulbul there as well. A straight down block against Superlock. And now set point. Ziraat Bankasi has sprinted towards the finish line here. What a great substitution as well by Coach Santilli to put in Camejo to block, and he pays dividends right there. Gunesh now serving for the set. Grabelny out of the backcourt, slowed down by the block, but couldn't be kept alive. So 1 set point saved. Now Warszawę needing a bit of a miracle to come back here and force extra points. It'll be Mikhail Superlock. Ziraat Bankasi with 4 opportunities to side out this serve in this rotation and win the first set. What a run and what a stealing of the momentum by the visiting side. A serve. Wow, what a ball from Superlock. That is absolutely perfect. Brilliantly in the deep corner position 5. About a ball width in from both the sideline and the end line. Oh yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. So another set point saved, and Tweenstra's going to come back in here for Camejo to pass this ball. Superlock again. Misses that serve into the top tape, and that is it. Ziraat Bankasi Ankara has come to Warsaw and taken the first set from Warszawę. 25-21 the final score, with some miraculous blocking there towards the end. Really interesting, fun back and forth first set that had just a little bit of everything. The teams will change sides. We'll be right back with set number 2 of the CEV Men's Champions League Super Match of the Week live on YouTube. Stick around, we'll be back in a couple minutes. Set number 2 coming your way live from Warsaw. Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA took the first over Projekt WARSZAWA 25-21. My name's Rob St. Clair. Thanks very much for tuning in live on the CEV YouTube channel and Eurovolley.tv for this super match of the week in Men's Champions League Pool B. Really important battle, like I said, for WARSZAWA in particular, to avoid going down 0-2 in their first 2 matches of this Champions League campaign. And you better believe WARSZAWA knows a thing or two about being close in this competition. Last year, they missed out on advancing to the quarterfinals by, I believe it was 6 points. And I'm not talking about points in the standings. I'm talking about literally points on the volleyball court. They had a dead tie in match 1 loss, points, and set ratio, and it came down to them, I don't know, what's that, 6 service errors, 6 blocks, 6 kills across 6 matches. That was how close they were to advancing to the quarterfinals last year. But instead, they were watching those matches from home. So WARSZAWA with really something to prove this year after getting 3rd in last season's Polish Peace League competition. Ziraat Bankasi, meanwhile, last year's Turkish champions, runners-up of the 2021 CEV Challenge Cup, currently sitting in 3rd place in the Turkish league, a pretty packed top of the standings there domestically. Will be Ekşi for Ankara serving first. Grabelny on the right side, high into the hands, basically a free ball again here for WARSZAWA. Grabelny again, sharp cross court, he puts it away off of Termat and out of play. Really good swing there by number 13 in white. Igor Grabelny, I mentioned he has Belgian and Polish dual citizenship, as does his sister Kaya Grabelna, who also plays professional volleyball. Grabelny back to serve, almost got the really lucky ace off the tape that time. Termat, smart tip into the block, resets the play. Again with the reset on the tight set by Termat. 3 times, and he can't find his way through the block of Mikhail Superlak. His ball's all set a little bit too tight perhaps by Arslan Ekşi. Termat 3 times on the left side in rotation 1, unable to keep that ball alive for the 3rd time, and a good start for the home side, leading 2-0 here in the second. Grabelny misses the serve and lets Ziraat Bankasi out of that rotation the easy way. Benny Tweenstra remains in the starting lineup at outside hitter for Ankara. He goes to the front court here as the Tanasov goes back to serve. Pretty good pass there from Wojtaszek. Oh, what a shot by Bartosz Kwolek. Wow, that is absolutely brilliant. Winds up as if he's going to hit this ball as hard as he can, but barely just kind of taps it off the outside of the edge of the block of Wouter Termat and out of play. That is such a smart off-speed shot and very well disguised. WARSZAWA's got some good service variety. They have good jump spin servers and good jump float servers like Novakovsky here. Beautiful pass from Tweenstra. And what a stuffed block there. Bartosz Kwolek returning the favor. Wow, what a block that is. Already 2 here early in the second set for WARSZAWA. And it was the block of Ziraat Bankasi that really was the storyline late in the first set. But early on here in the second, the home team of the Polish side has flipped the script. Tweenstra, that ball might have been dug. Had there been a libero on the floor, but Novakovsky unable to make the defensive play. I just love watching volleyball from this baseline camera angle. You can see how late Andre Vrona is moving out to the outside, and that is all because the ball is passed well enough and that Arslan Ekşi is making great choices on the Ziraat Bankasi side. Volek again with the off-speed, kept alive by Ekşi. Tweenstra challenges the triple block, and he is rejected. Another stuff block for Projekt WARSZAWA. Their 3rd out of their 5 points here in the second set. Nicely formed triple block here. Well, Kwolek was a bit late getting over there, but Tweenstra challenged the strongest part of the block, with Verona sealing that seam between himself and Superlak. Superlak back to serve, who had a beautifully located ace there at the end of the first set. Nice pass. Ziraat slowed down by the block and kept alive. Grabelny on 2. Right on the M line out of the back row. And a play that the great Irvin Ingapet effectively invented has now been adopted by just about every team in the world. For a long time in old school volleyball, it was the right front player or the opposite that would be assigned to set the second ball if the setter took the first. Then for a while it was the libero. But now in controllable situations, the setter typically tosses it up high for the outside hitter and middle back, so that he then has the option to either jump and attack it or jump and set it. And we've seen the likes of Irvin Ingapet, Yuki Ishikawa, like all sorts of these high-level outside hitters run that option play to perfection. Saw it there from Grabelny. I love that new wrinkle in the modern volleyball game. Ball served just a bit outside by Wouter Termat. Hey man, it happens. If you've ever attempted a jump serve, there's a good chance that you hit the back wall with a couple of your attempts. Myself included, that's for sure. Volek with some options from the service line. Let's see what variety of serve he chooses and then who he targets. Float serve working on the Tanasov, handled really well. Tweenstra crushed, dug by Volek, but well out of play. And the 12 in red bringing the heat that time, the young 21-year-old Dutchman, Benny Tweenstra, who got the start over Oriol Camejo and absolutely detonates this ball. Another really good set by Arslan Ekşi. Ziraat Bankasi is doing a really good job passing the ball right now, and the speed at which Ekşi likes to run his offense is really giving the Warsawa block some issues. Grabelny tipped over the top. Atanasov makes the play. Termat out of the back row is rejected again. Wow, another stuff block for Warsawa here in the second set. Just a remarkable run of blocks that they've been on. Ooh, good joust play there on the replay. Atanasov throwing that one down around Angel Trinidad. Ziraat Bankasi back within 3. Blue to serve. 5 serving 8. Aggressive hybrid serve handled pretty well by Volek. Grabelny high into the hands and out of the play. That is such a good out-of-system swing. Grabelny hitting that ball hard and into the high part of the block. Especially challenging Arslan Ekşi. He's not the tallest blocker on the floor by any means. Got a favorable deflection that time. Middle attack, good slow down work by the block there. Stupilakal taking out a system swing of his own. He misses it out of bounds. No block touch detected. Tough piece of quick transition there for number 14 in white, gold, and blue. But I would like to see him get another step or two off the net to get a little bit of a better approach. Not a bad swing. He didn't miss the fingertips or the court by much, but a missed opportunity there in transition. 6 serving 9. Nice start here for Warsawa in the second set. Helped by several pretty good stuff blocks. Novakovsky, look how high he reaches to go up and get that ball. Wow, outstanding athleticism from the 34-year-old Peter Novakovsky, really getting up high for that ball. Gunesh committed to take away that power shot to Novakovsky's right. Novakovsky saw it, cut it back to his left. Nice work there by Bayraktar. Another stuff block. Termat is shut down again on the left side. Novakovsky and Superlock combining there. And a timeout needing to be called here by Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA. Man, the Warsawa block is absolutely everywhere. That is such a good move by Peter Novakovsky. Didn't really have his feet there, but definitely got his hands into perfect position. Let's listen into the timeout to hear the coaches in English.
First we try to avoid him. But then if you have to play against him, then we have to play using him on the ball. And then you get a counter-attack. And when you have a front. Hey, just be lucid, you know. We play the ball side out, then we use. Hey, this is the point. Let's go.
That is such a great point by Coach Roberto Santilli in that timeout. First, you try to avoid the block, but if you can't avoid the block, you can use it to your advantage. And that is what high-level volleyball is all about. You can hit the ball into the block, and it's not always a bad thing for your team. Like, hit it soft into the block to get it reset, hit the high parts of the fingertips, hit the outside edges. That's what he's telling his team to do right now, is those bounces off the block have not gone Ziraat Bankasi's way in this second set. Grobelny with an ace serve out of the timeout. Wow, what a great choice by Igor Grobelny, opting for the float serve just to keep that ball in play out of the timeout. And Ankara was not ready for that one, right in the seam between those passers who were stepped so far up into the court. They wanted to hand pass that ball. That ball got past them pretty quickly. Serve eventually missed by Grobelny, but the damage was definitely done. Tanasov looking to serve his team's way back into the second set. Trailing by 5. Wojciech passed well off the net. Volek will have an out-of-system swing. And he's stuff blocked again. Looked like Faik Samet Gunesh, the middle blocker, who got that one. But all three Ankara blockers were all over this. All started with an excellent serve by Martina Tanasov. Nowhere to go for Volek. Yeah, that is a really well-formed triple block. See if the Tanasov can keep the pressure on. Ace serve, right on cue, right off the edge of Volek's platform. Just brilliant. That's the second ace already we've seen by Tanasov to that same spot, right down the sideline in position 5. And not only is that serve outside of Volek's body, like already pretty difficult to pass, it's also the shortest possible distance coming straight down the sideline. So you have even less time to react as a receiver. That is such a great high-level serve. Same spot, handled beautifully by Volek that time. Grobelny slowed down out of the back row. Termad is absolutely roofed by Volek. What a great response by Bartosz Volek, 24-year-old outside hitter for Warszawa. Gets ace, then immediately comes back, passes a nail, and gets a gigantic stuff block the next rally. Really good mental fortitude there by one of Warszawa's very best players. Novakovsky serving down the line. Pretty good pass. Tweenstra tipped over the top of the block and down. Really good off-speed choice that time by number 12 in red. Nice vision. Only 21 years of age. Benny Tweenstra, like we said. Nice mature choice that time. Able to get his feet and catch up to that ball. Smart choice. Just over the fingertips of the block. Oh, beautiful dig by the middle blocker. Wow, Gunesh digs Vrona right back to Vrona, and he hits it out of bounds on his own rebound. Everybody loves a middle blocker dig. You don't see them very often. But Faik Samet Gunesh, the 28-year-old middle blocker that you see in number 14 in red. Beautiful defensive play. And gets his team back within 2. Volek, sharp cross court, missed it out of bounds. Just wide of the sideline, and now Ankara back within 1. Very interesting. And Warszaw's going to need timeout to talk about this. They had all the momentum early on, but look at that run on the score graphic. 6-1, the recent run for Ziraat Bankasi, from down 12-7 to only down 13-12. Interesting comeback here. Hear Anastasi in English in the timeout.
Point after point. One block, one defense, one serve. Come down.
Anastasi really just telling his team, calm down, relax, everything's fine. control the ball, play point by point, we'll get right back to where we want to be. And I agree, that's really good, mature, high-level coaching. Gunesh, the middle blocker, serving again out of the timeout. You can see how far up in the court the Warszawa receivers are. They really want to take this ball with their hands if they can. Grabelny backs off that one with his platform. Nice block touch back to the Warszawa side. Super lock into the block, kept alive by Volek. Off speed, reset. Oh, a double contact called. Wow, that is a really interesting call. And Coach Anastasi is furious with this. That ball didn't come off of Volek's hands very cleanly, but we saw a similar play in the first set. It was actually super lock again on the Warszawa side. That one wasn't called. So I can see them being upset at the inconsistency in that, but we're tied at 13. Not anymore now as Verona crushes that ball wrist away to the sideline. One of my favorite things about the sport of volleyball, among all the other things that make it the best sport on the planet, is that officiating the game is objective. There are almost no judgment calls in the entire game. I mean, either a ball's in or it's not. Either a ball is touched or it's not. The only thing really is ball handling. So that, like a double contact or a throw or a carry, not reviewable, just up to the judgment of the official. Nice swing there by Blue out of the middle. I love the look of that mask. I'm not sure if he has what exactly it is on his face that he's protecting, if it's an injury of some kind or just precautionary, but a pretty intimidating look nonetheless. Nice set there by Ekshi again. Tied up at 14. Ziraat Bankasi has really clawed their way back into this second set. Really good pass there from Grabelny. Super lock off the shoulder of Termat, and by the Ankara bench, just barely unable to be kept alive by the libero Bayraktar. We've seen some pretty spectacular plays from liberos before, jumping over benches, jumping over barriers to bring back balls. But Bayraktar just barely ran out of room that time. Here's Volek. With the jump spinner there, handled really well by Bayraktar, but a stuff block out of the back row. What a read by Andre Verona. Not fooled at all by the setting misdirection, and he stuffs Martina Tanasov on the pipe attack. Look at this again. What a great read and reaction by number 8 in white. Just beautiful veteran middle blocker play. And another stuff block by Warszawa here in the second set. Termat, what a dig by Superlock out of the back row. Grabelny tries to chop it down the line. He gets the block touch. Wow. What a crazy transition play by Warszawa, and Ankara does not like this either. I think they wanted a ball handling error called against Wojciech, the libero, who set that ball. Also, I'm not so sure that touched, oh, it did touch the very outside edge of Google's pinky finger. Nice response there from Warszawa after giving up a big run of points in a row. They've now won the last 3 to go up 17-14 in a set that they really need to win here in the second.
Hey guys, I come for the next. We come back 5 points before we can't come back again. Just come, go play the next time.
You hear that from Santilli. We've come back once, we can come back again. That's absolutely true. They have come back once. They were down early in this set. They came back. Now they're down by 3. They can do it again. Volek serving again out of the timeout. Oh, I just love this baseline camera angle. Oh no, it went away, just as I said that. Pretty good pass there from Tweenstra to fight it off. But hit out of bounds by Blue on the middle attack. An unfortunate mistake. That ball maybe a tiny bit underset by Ekshi, but you got to find a way to keep that ball inside the end line. Now the Warszawa lead swells up to 4, 18 serving 14, much to the delight of the home fans. Flips the tape, handled beautifully by Tweenstra. Deep cross court, and he puts it away. That is such a good high-level swing by number 12 in red. Good reception, perfect footwork to get out to the outside to attack. Check this out again. Yeah, nice footwork. Sees the block, hits deep, the deep corner in position 5. That is the hardest swing in all of volleyball to defend. Perfect pass from Wojciech. Crushed by Grabelny, but what a dig. Ziraat is able to run it down. Free ball coming here. Where does Warszawa go? Super lock out of the back row. Cross court right on the sideline. No, that ball's actually going to be called out of bounds, but we will have a challenge here from Coach Anastasi and Warszawa. That was very close. Called out of bounds initially by our up official. Warszawa using their first challenge here in the second set. We had a lot of drama with the challenges in the first. This one should be pretty simple to see if this ball caught a piece of the sideline. Looks like a decision's already been made. And that ball's out of bounds. Wow, that's close, but pretty clearly out of bounds. Great initial call by both our line judge and our up official. So an unsuccessful challenge from Warszawa. They have one remaining in the second set. And an important point there for Ankara to hang around. Perfect pass off the tape. Crushed by Verona out of the middle again. Just so fast. He takes that ball right out of the setter's hands. And when the ball's passed that well, in order to stop this, you basically just have to commit on it. You can see there Blue is half a second late in jumping to stop that. You really just got to commit in order to have a chance, especially with Verona able to hit that angle so sharp to position 5. Oh, what a set by Ekşi into the block and covered. And he takes a swing at it. Wow, Arslan Ekşi, the 36-year-old left-hander. It's always an advantage if you're a setter and you can be left-handed, because you can do just that, taking a swing on the second contact. Substitution in here, Mohamed Ertuğrul, 2 meters, 32 years of age, middle blocker number 3 in red, just in as a service and defensive substitute. Float serve working on Grabelny's hands. He'll get this ball on the outside. Goes high flat. Did he get the touch? Yes, he did. Called immediately by both officials. That is such a good swing by Grabelny. Basically hitting that ball upwards. He has absolutely no intention of hitting this ball into the court. Watch this again. Yep, perfect. Right off the fingertips of Ekşi, and no way a defense is going to be able to run that down. So the service sub is undone on the Ankara side. Warszawa leads here 20-17 in the second set. Good put away there in the middle by Güneş. Beautiful delivery from Ekşi once again. Just another instance of what these offenses can do when the ball is passed perfectly. Good blocking rotations here for Ankara, but they trail by 2. Ekşi with the serve. Super lock through the block, and Atanasov couldn't quite make the defensive play in the off-blocker defensive position. A big point there for Warszawa to get out of that rotation right away. They've struggled with rotation 1 in this match. Actually, I would argue that both teams have struggled a little bit with rotation 1 in this match. That being the rotation where the opposite and outside hitters switch their wings for that one play. Pass perfectly there off the tape. Atanasov in rotation 1 for Ankara is kept alive by Grabelny. Joust won by Volek, but kept alive. Smart shot by Ziraat, but a big opportunity here for Warsaw. Volek jammed through the block and down on the power tip. And a big insurance point on serve there for the home side. They now lead 22-18. You can really see Bartosz Volek really using all the tools offensively. The two-handed throw into the block from the joust, the power tip through the block, the We saw that disguised off the block, off-speed shot earlier. He's really got a lot of options. Oh, no coverage there, and Termat can once again not find his way through the block on the left side. Pretty good pass. Actually continues to go to Termat in position 4 there in rotation 1. The only serve receive rotation when he is over there, and it has not gone well for Ankara in this set. Might have to go there again. No, middle attack, that ball hit out of bounds. No, actually overruled by the up official right on the end line. I thought that was in when I first saw it. Very aggressive set there from Arslan actually to Gunesh. And yes, that ball is in right on the end line. So once again, Oriol Camejo, the Cuban number 15, comes in for Tweenstra as a blocking substitution. He'll play the full outside hitter role, but primarily a big benefit in blocking. We saw that pay dividends late in the first set. This time Ankara trails, though, by 4. Let's see if Atanasov can get him back into this. Volek, deep cross court and right on the end line in position 5 again. That is an absolutely undefendable swing, and it brings up set point for Warszawa, 24-19. They are 1 point away from leveling up this all-important match at 1 set apiece. Yeah, that is just an absolutely outstanding world-class swing by Bartosz Volek. The crowd comes to its feet. Novakovsky throws the set, handled by Camejo, through the block and down by Gunesh, and 1 set point is saved. That, though, is the easy part for Ankara. Almost an exact mirror of what we saw in set 1. It was Warszawa serving down 20-24. This time it's Ankara serving down 20-24. Gunesh going to have to play some more inspired defense like we saw if his team's going to force extra points. Oh, not a good play there by Camejo. He should have put that down. But he does make the pancake play and then eventually put away by Termat. Wow, what a crazy play that is. That ball pinballing around everywhere between both sides of the net. Camejo makes a pretty crazy pancake play. Yeah, check this out. Oh, that ball was blocked, I believe, off Verona's head and back to the Ankara side. That was crazy. So another set point saved. Now 21 serving 24. Super lock for the set off the fingertips of the block, and he puts it away, and that is it. 25-21. Warszawa responds with an exactly mirrored score from what we saw in the first. Yeah, definitely touched the top of the block of Camejo there. We are tied up at 1 set apiece. We've got at least 2 more sets of volleyball coming your way. Live on the Champions League Super Match of the Week. Stick around here on the YouTube channel or on Eurovolley.tv. We will be right back with the 3rd set. set number 3 coming your way live from Warsaw in the Champions League Super Match of the Week. My name is Rob St. Clair. Thanks very much for tuning in to a very good battle we have here. Warszawa equalized, taking the second set 25-21 after Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA took the first by the very same score. Story in that second set, at least early, for Warszawa was blocking. They were everywhere in the blocking phase. Eight blocks in the second set alone. Wow, that's crazy. Ankara, though, although they trailed twice in a pretty big way in that set. They went down early, but they made 2 pretty inspired comebacks. Both of these teams capable of stringing together points on their serve, whether it's serving, blocking, transition defense, whatever the case may be. High-level volleyball, you've got to have your identity as a team about how you are going to score points on your serve. Be done either with aces, stuff blocks, or with digs into transition kills. Every team uses a blend of the 3. The strength of Warszawa there in the second set was the blocking. Setter Angel Trinidad serving first for Warszawa on the right side of your screen. And the joust won by Grabelny against Ekshi, thrown down to the floor. And the home side here in Warsaw is on the board first. Close play there. Ekshi almost was able to fling that ball off the block and out of bounds, but that caught a piece of the sideline. Good block touch by Novakovsky to slow it down, but unfortunately Wojciech unable to make the diving play by the Warszawa bench. We are tied up at 1. Yeah, really good block touch there by Novakovsky, but just not quite good enough. Very, very close. Arslan, actually the veteran setter, serving for the Ankara side. Very good blocking rotations right now against Warszawa's rotation 1 receive. Oh, absolutely destroyed by Peter Novakovsky. Wow, right on the sideline and right about at the 3-meter line. And I was just about to mention how both of these teams have struggled in rotation 1 so far. Who cares what pin the outside hitter and the opposite are attacking on if you can just bounce the ball straight down out of the middle every time. Grabelny misses that serve. And Ankara in rotation 1 gets out of it the easy way. Martina Tanasov has had at least 1 ace in both sets so far, and they've all been straight down the line to position 5. Let's see if that's where he goes again. Nope, tried to pick on the seam between Wojciech and Grabelny, but he misses it well out of bounds. Love the ponderous look on Roberto Santilli's face. So much going on from these coaches on the sidelines. They've gone to their benches a little bit late in the first couple sets so far, but largely sticking with their starting 7s. Pretty good spinning pass there from Tweenstra, and then crushed out of the middle by Gunesh again. That is such a good set by Arslan Ekshi. Just a little bit off the net, a little bit closer to position 2 than he might want to be, but the middle block, yeah, Verona of Warszawa did not see that middle attack coming at all. Great set choice by Arslan Ekshi. Super lock through the block and out of play. And if Warszawa can really get some additional opposite presence from Mikhail Super lock, they are going to be very, very dangerous. Super lock's been okay so far, but not great offensively. They've been relying a lot on middles and their 2 outside attackers, who I believe both Grabelny and Kvolik have played quite well so far. Let's see if Superlock can get himself going from the service line. No, that time misses it into the top tape. A lot of players, especially big, like heavy jump servers, can really generate their own momentum that carries over to the rest of their game from the way that they serve. Serving the only real skill in volleyball that you, yourself, the one player, completely controls from start to finish, and a lot of people can take a lot of confidence from that. Oh, what a great set by Trinidad. Crushed out of the back row by Igor Grabelny again. I just love the pipe attack when it's run perfectly at the highest levels. And Blue Blue made the read that time. He was there. He did not bite on the quick middle attack. But the spacing was the key. Grabelny was not coming right over the top of the middle attack. It was just to the outside of him. That's why he was able to find that space. 5 serving 4. Here's Kvolek. Tweenstra on the give and go through the block and down. That's a pretty good matchup for Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA. Benny Tweenstra against the slightly smaller blocker of Angel Trinidad. Five serving 5, about as close of a match as you can possibly ask for. Tied up at a set apiece. And just to go over the importance of this match once again. Ziraat Bankasi won their first match of Champions League 2 weeks ago, beating Masaic in Pool B 3-0. Warszawa went up 2-0 on the road, and Dynamo Moscow ended up losing that match in 5. They do not want to go down 0-2 in the standings. It's such a competitive pool. What a great swing by Wouter Termat out of the back row. Deep cross court, position 1. That is pretty much undefendable right there. Can't say enough good things about Wouter Termat. Just sort of a superstar in the club scene only. He doesn't see nearly as much time on the national team stage because he's playing behind Amir Abdelaziz, but such a good player for this Ankara side. That is crushed once again out of the middle by Peter Novakovsky. Trinidad doing a really good job getting both his middle attackers involved here lately. Tight pass. And Ankara is going to get this call. Wow, very interesting. Reaching over the plane of the net is the call against Grabelny of Warszawa. Oh, and I don't agree with that call at all. That ball was right on top of the net. Actually, the veteran setter giving winks to his sidelines, but I did not think that Grabelny committed a violation there. Ankara catches a bit of a break, and we're tied up at 7. That ball is that play is not challengeable. That is a judgment call by the up official whether that ball got to the plane directly above the net or not. Another beautiful set by Trinidad, this time almost from his knees, a little bit off the net, able to feed Novakovsky quickly, and he puts it away. Watch this again. That is such a good set, and Gunesh was there. He made a pretty good block move, but he can only take away one shot. Novakovsky sees what he's taken away and hits the opposite direction. Wow, what a swing by Wouter Termat on the left side. Off the net, inside the sideline, he's able to put it away cross court right on the sideline in Warszawa's position 5. That's a huge play, especially given how much Ziraat Bankasi has struggled in rotation 1. Tied up at 8, Atanasov already with 2 aces on the match. Ace serve again, right on cue. You got to be kidding me. Just about every time I go to praise Atanasov's serving, he immediately backs it up with an ace. This time getting the better of one of the best liberos in the world, Damian Wojtaszek, diving to his left. That ball is just absolutely perfect. Perfect. Right in between 2 passers. It does not get any better than that. After the perfect serve from Atanasov, Ankara takes the lead. Cuts that one short, handled pretty well by Kvolek. He gets up and hits this ball on the left side. And the defensive touch of the libero by Rakhtar goes out of play. Good individual play there by Kvolek, making the first and third contacts. Novakovsky floats serving down the line. Transition opportunity here, and crushed out of the back row by Atanasov. Smart play there out of the middle to reset that ball into the block. Handled well by Bayraktar on the first contact, and then Atamsov came barreling in out of the back row. Ankara takes a 10-9 lead here. Competitive battle in the third. Grunesh, the middle blocker, back to serve. Just barely out of bounds, long of the end line. I mentioned Ziraat Bankasi winning the Turkish League last year and graduating from the CEV Challenge Cup all like straight to the Champions League. Didn't go to the CEV Cup tournament that's in the middle. They have performed really well on the biggest stage in club volleyball so far through about a match and a half. Good block touch there, slows down the middle attack. Trinidad in transition. Super lock out of the back row, puts it away, and Warsawa takes the lead. Such a good block touch there. Andres Verona. No, it's actually Angel Trinidad that slowed down the quick middle attack, and he landed, turned around, found the ball, and dished it to super lock in transition. Beautiful play by the Spaniard on Trinidad. 11 serving 10 here for super lock. Another service area, and this is that one short, unable to generate a lot of momentum from the service line. Termat has an ace. It came back in the first set. Let's see if he can break an 11-11 tie. Beautiful pass by Wojtaszek. Put away in the middle again. This time Andres Verona, the beneficiary of the good Angel Trinidad delivery. And as well as Rashad is able to pass the ball, if it's anywhere inside the 3-meter line, there's no reason for Trinidad not to feed that to the middle every single time. I think that might be a piece of feedback that he's gotten from Coach Anastasi. Like, we have an advantage in the middle. Keep feeding those guys. It's worked out really well here in the third. Pass well off the net by Tweenstra. Termat out of the back row is absolutely roofed by Verona. What a stuff block from Warsawa once again, and they take a 2-point lead. A straight down stuff block. Doesn't get any better than this. Not a lot of disguise on that side, though it's actually Grabelny that got most of that one. Really nice steal by number 13 in white. Volek back to serve. Once again, 13 serving 11 here in the third. Another good one, handled pretty well by Atanasov. Tweenstra a little out of sorts on the left side, resets it into the block. Another reset, this time he gets the better deflection off the block and out of play. And that is a sequence of outside hitter plays well above his years. Two really good mature choices there by Benny Tweenstra, the 21-year-old. The first one a reset, the second one a slightly better look. Gets the deflection off the block and out of play. Ace serve. Yes, ace is the call. Benny Tweenstra right on the end line. Ties this thing up at 13 apiece. What a beautiful serve. Oh yeah, from position 5. That's the opposite direction of spin that a lot of receivers are used to seeing, and that ball is well in. Perfect serve from Benny Tweenstra. Really validating Coach Santilli's choice to start them in this match. Cuts that one short. Verona handles it pretty nicely. Kept alive. What a great choice by Arslan Eksi. Did he get the block touch? Yes, he did. Block touch is the call. Kvolek can't believe it. Great dig by the Ankara libero, Berkay Bayraktar. And that ball, yes, absolutely touched the outside of Grabelny's hands. Such a good play by the veteran Arslan Eksi. Ankara takes the lead. They've scored 3 points in a row, now 14 serving 13. Overpassed. Basically a free ball here off the overpass swing. Ekshi on 2. Dumped to the floor by number 10 in red. Straight to the floor. Warsawa was not ready for that. Wojtaszek cannot believe it. And now Ankara with a 2-point lead forces Warsawa into a timeout. What a run of points Ziraat Bankasi Ankara is on right now. 15 serving 13 here in the third. 4 points in a row. And Warsawa cannot quite figure out how to get out of this rotation.
It's already replay. Guys, so every time that we came, you have to go to triple block. Guys, calm down. Now we go side out and we take 1 point. Don't worry.
I love the fact that both of these coaches are coaching in English. It's fascinating to hear what they're saying to their teams in the timeouts. Especially as somewhat streaky as this match has been. Volleyball definitely a game of momentum, a game of runs. This is a very nice run for Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA. Tweenstra's got to serve this ball in to keep it alive. Good choice to cut that one short. Super lock, one-on-one, detonates out of the back row and puts it away cross court. Even though Warsawa wins that point, I gotta say I'm really impressed with Benny Tweenstra right now. Making really good, mature choices. Cutting that ball short out of the timeout just to keep it in play and give a bit of a different look is exactly the right choice out of the timeout. I love that. Termat out of the back row, slowed down by the block. Transition opportunity here. Grabelny for the tie is dug by Tweenstra. Atanasov rips it off the high hands, but a good block touch. Underset ball. Superlock tips it over. Tweenstra on 2 is dug by Verona. Grabelny is rejected. Bedirhan Bulbul again. What an individual blocking performance by the masked man, number 7 in red. Interesting there. Atanasov came over for the triple block, actually pulled his hands away. Didn't want to get tooled. But Bulbul and Atanasov kept their hands up, and they stuffed Igor Grabelny straight down. Crazy rally there. Ankara wins, and they lead 16-14 once again. Grabelny off the block. That ball may have been going out of bounds, covered by Krolek. No coverage this time. 2 stuff blocks in a row. This time it's Faik Samet Gunesh. The middle blocker into the front court. Closes the door on Grabelny. 2 points in a row. You can see the celebration early there from Bulbul. Yeah, there he is again, throwing his hands in the air as his teammate Gunesh stuffs that ball to the floor. What a run Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA is on right now. I think a 6-1 run, if I'm not mistaken. Good aggressive hybrid serve there. Wojciech keeps it alive. Barely dug by Termat. He can have a swing at this, and he puts it away off the block and out of bounds. Wow, what an individual play there by number 2 in red, and all the momentum on the side of the Turkish team from Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA right now. Yep, right off the edge of Novakovsky's outside arm. A crazy momentum stealing run that Ziraat Bankasi is on right now. Look at that on the score graphic. It was 13-11. Now 18-14. Unbelievable run. Let's listen to Coach Anastasi.
We are too nervous. You have to find solution. Also spike, not spike like this. And don't make the roll shot, because the roll shot will never go on the floor.
Don't spike like this, he says, putting the horse blinders up in front of his eyes, imploring his attackers to have vision as they attack in out-of-system situations. Also saying, don't roll shot, like don't bother roll shotting, it's not going to score. You got to swing to score. You got to swing smart at the same time. Now, speaking of young players keeping a serve in out of a timeout, let's see if Bedirhan Bulbul is able to do that. He's a pretty aggressive server with his 2-handed toss hybrid. He is handled decently by Grabelny. Challenges the 3-man block again, kept alive by Bulbul in the backcourt. Termat down the line into the antenna and immediately out of bounds. So finally the run is over. Warsawa gets out of that rotation. Yeah, there was some space left down the line by the Warsawa block, but that attack by Termat directly into the antenna. That's okay. I like that swing. That is an aggressive swing down the line. I do not have a problem with him making an error in that situation. Trinidad now serving with some pretty good blocking rotations, trying to get his team back into this thing. Rushed out of the middle by Gunesh, and a beautiful delivery by Ekshi again. Such a good set choice. And Novakovsky, one of the best middle blockers in the world, is once again a half a step late to make that play. Once again, the ball's passed really, really well. That certainly helps. But Ekshi is doing a phenomenal job commanding his offense right now. And now an opportunity for some insurance against a weak reception rotation. Warszawa in rotation 1. Superlak on the left side. Gets this ball, tipped into the block, transition opportunity. Atanasov off the edge of the block and out of bounds down the line. And right on cue, Warszawa unable to get a good offensive attack out of rotation 1, and Ankara takes advantage. Yep, perfect shot by Atanasov, and he knew it right away. Knew he was going to get that deflection. Kudelny there blocking on the right. He is not very used to blocking on that side of the net. 27-15. Ace serve! Arslan Ekshi right into the deep corner in position 1. All the receivers are way up in the court trying to pass that ball with their hands. And this one got behind them and dropped off the cliff just inside the end line. Oh yeah, it's absolutely perfect. Arslan actually just the perfect veteran player. He's got an ace, he's got 2 kills, bringing out the offense just the right times, and he has set an outstanding offense. Just such a great veteran, intelligent player. Stuff blocked again. Wow, Gunesh and Atanasov knew that Trinidad wanted to go to the middle, and they were all over it. Novakovsky is put down. And Warszawa, I believe, is out of timeouts, and we're going to get a substitution in here. Jay Blankenau, number 9 in white, 32-year-old Canadian setter. Coming over this season, has played in Turkey the last several years, so he's familiar with this opponent. So a 1-to-1 straight-up setter substitution for Warszawa here late in the 3rd set. They trail by 7, and they have to get out of this rotation right here. Superlak absolutely detonates cross-court. That is a good set there from Blankenau right off the bench, making sure that Superlak has enough height. Substitution in as well. Khalil Ibrahim Ugel, number 8 in red, comes in for Valter Termat, a backup opposite, I believe. Or no, actually an outside hitter in just for this rotation, in rotation 1 to hit on the left. I love that substitution. Unfortunately, it didn't matter as the ball was hit out of bounds, but I wish more teams would do that. If you're not very good in rotation 1, or your opposite doesn't really like hitting on the left, bring in an outside hitter off the bench for that one rotation. Ugel goes back to the bench. I love that choice. I think it's a really good idea. Bring in a player more comfortable hitting on the left side to get you out of that rotation, and then bring your opposite right back in. 23-16 now. That ball served out of bounds by Atanasov. No reason not to be as aggressive as you want right about here. Warszawa trailing by 6. They've replaced their setter. But it's got to come from the service line. They're going to get back into this 3rd set. Peter Novakovsky might need to get 1, maybe even 2 points right here in order for Warszawa to have a chance. Good pass by Atanasov. And crushed out of the middle by Gunesh off the defense and into the side pole. That will bring up set point. 24-17. Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA has absolutely pulled away here in the 3rd. They trailed by as many as 3 midway through the set. They stormed back as Oriol Kameho comes in once again for Tweenstra to block here on set point. And now Dusan Petkovic, the opposite acquired from Skra Belkatov in the offseason, is going to get his first action. His first look so far this Champions League. We'll see if this is a move to maybe lead towards bringing him in the rest of the match. Volek crushed cross court, so 1 set point is saved. But the Warsaw home crowd here has been silenced. The run that Ziraat Bankasi went on has taken all the air out of this Polish gym. And the team from Ankara now has 6 opportunities to side out, win the 3rd set, and guarantee a point in the standings. Atanasov, and they do. What a run. Absolutely crushed out of the pipe right onto the sideline in position 1. And a convincing performance late in the 3rd set. Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA storms towards the finish line. They take the 3rd 25-18 in a 2-1 lead. in this all-important Pool B match in the CEV Men's Champions League. We'll see if Coach Andrea Anastasi for Projekt WARSZAWA brings in that backup setter, backup opposite combination that we saw there at the very end of the set. Needing some answers. They do not want to lose their first 2 matches in this Champions League campaign. We will see what they do, what both teams do in set 4 in just a minute. Stick around. Set number 4 coming your way live from the CEV Champions League Super Match of the Week. My name is Rob St. Clair. Thanks very much for tuning in live on the CEV YouTube channel or on Eurovolley.tv, wherever you're watching. We got a good one here. Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA took the third 25-18 convincingly. They had a huge run at the end of that third set that brought them back from a bit of a deficit and gave them a significant 6-point set winning margin. They have now secured at least 1 point in the standings for taking 2 sets. But more importantly, since the first tiebreaker is matches won, WARSZAWA needs to come back and win this match in 5 sets. It starts here in the 4th. You gotta win that to even get to 5. Otherwise, their Champions League hopes will dwindle very, very quickly. And just as I kind of thought, Dusan Petrovic, Serbian opposite number 12 in white, you see him there. His first season in WARSZAWA, coming over from Skra Belkatov in the offseason, is in the match replacing Mikhail Suparak. However, the setter remains Angel Trinidad. So no setter switch, but there is an opposite switch for WARSZAWA. The Ankara lineup looks the same. Still Benny Tuinstra at the outside hitter position, who has played really well. Ankara with a significant lead statistically in aces so far, with 6 to WARSZAWA's 2. Blocks about even. Ankara 8, WARSZAWA 10. Actually serving on the right side of your screen for Ankara to start us off. What a dig! WARSZAWA wanted a reaching over the net call. Wow, got to play to the whistle though, gentlemen. That ball tipped on the right side by Grabelny straight to the floor. Ankara kind of thought the point was over. That was a really good dig by the libero, number 19 in black, Berke Bayraktar. Ziraat Bankasi did not take advantage. Grabelny serving, working on Tuinstra, handled pretty well. Termat is slowed down on the left side. Volek threw the block and down, and WARSZAWA with just the start they were looking for, leading 2-0. Nice transition offense there. Beautiful dive in block move by Dusan Petrovic right off the bench. Slowed that attack down just a bit. And Volek drove that ball through the seam. Good block touch again, but just out of the reach of a diving Wojtaszek defensively. Gives the kill to Faik Samakunesh. I thought the Warszawa middles, Nowakovsky and Verona, would be a huge advantage in this match for the Polish side. But I gotta give Gunesh and Blubu a ton of credit. Both of those Ankara middle blockers have played extremely well. Atanasov handled pretty well by Volek. Petkovic's first swing of the match is a really good one, high off the hands, and it deflects out of play. Some pressure put on Dusan Petrovic right now. His team needs a little bit more offensive and reliable, at least, offensive presence on that right side out of the opposite position. And he has been called on to give it to him in a must-win situation. Good start. Ace serve, Peter Nowakovsky. What a beautiful ball. That ball absolutely dropped off the cliff just after it got over the net. Beat Benny Tweenstra short, basically position 4 there. And very quickly, Benny Tweenstra is going to go to the bench. Oriol Camejo, the veteran Cuban, is going to come in at the outside hitter position. That is a very short leash for Tweenstra, considering how well he's played in this match. Nowakovsky tried to immediately go after Camejo, but he misses that one short. Camejo, kind of a legendary figure, has played all over the world since defecting from the Cuban national team years ago. Most recently in Zenit St. Petersburg in Russia. This is his first year in Turkey. Grabelny absolutely destroyed out of the back row. My goodness, what a swing by number 13 in white. That ball was pounded. He passed that ball as well. Then look at the spacing. Passes that ball towards the left side of the court, shuffles over to the right side of the court, and receives that pipe set behind the setter. That is a really special offense facilitated by Angel Trinidad. I love looking at that. Petkovic's first serve is barely missed out of bounds long. Just to finish that thought on Oriol Camejo, he got the start in Ankara's first match against Mosaic of Belgium, which they won 3-0, but Camejo was not good, hitting negative efficiency. Not what you want to see out of a veteran outside attacker. Good serve by Termat. Warszawa out of system right away. And the block is good. Volek no way through the triple block that time. Let's take a look at who got most of that one. Bulbul, Camejo, and Ekshi were all there. All started off with a very good serve from Wouter Termat, and Ankara back within 1. Another good serve. Better pass this time by Volek. 1-on-1, and he puts it away down the line. That is such a good set from Angel Trinidad. Repeating right away to his outside hitter who had just been blocked. Yep, this time gives him a much better look. I mean, the pass is certainly better, but I love that choice. Sometimes that's an aspect of setters that will appear in an opponent's scouting report if they're prone to going right back to a hitter immediately after he's been blocked or made an error. A lot of hitters love it when a setter will give them a chance to atone for an immediate mistake like that. That ball buried into the net by Bulbul out of the middle. Warszawa with a pretty good serve. Took Ankara out of system and started that opportunity. We got a timeout here early on in the first set from Coach Santili of Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA. I gotta say, I'm surprised he went to the bench so quickly, pulling out Benny Tweenstra after only being aced once. Let's listen to the sideline.
We missed 2 defense for easy ball. Oh, come back now! Come back now! Go! Hey, the easy things, guys. Easy things, let's go.
I was listening to a World Club Championship broadcast this past weekend at the Men's World Club Championships that Clayton Lucas and the legendary Vital Heinen were the commentators on that one, and Heinen was talking about how there are 3 ways to, as a coach, to stop momentum in a match. You can call timeout, You can challenge a play, or you can go out and get a yellow card. I thought that was kind of funny. Santilli using the much more conventional timeout method to slow down the momentum that time. Crushed out of the middle by Bulbul out of the timeout, and that is exactly the response that they were looking for. The masked man, number 7 in red, with another nice piece of offense. And now Camejo with, I believe, his first serving opportunity of the match. He's mostly come in the front court so far. And not a good first serve for the veteran Cuban. He misses that one short into the tape. Warszawa leads 8-5. The home crowd is starting to get back into it a little bit more after Ziraat Bankasi totally sucked the momentum out of the gym there late in the third set. Termat dug by Kolek but couldn't be controlled outside the barrier. Point for Ankara once again. Valter Termat has played really well in this match. Yeah, that's just a perfect swing right through the seam of the block. Aggressive hybrid serve coming there, handled pretty well by Grabelny, and then sprayed off the edge of the block and out of bounds. That is another absolutely outstanding swing by number 13 in white, Igor Grabelny, hitting that ball high, hard, and kind of flat. Yep, perfect look at it on the replay there. All he wanted was Ekşi's outside hand. You can see Ekşi holding it there after he came to the ground. Nice choice and a little bit of a mismatch in Warszaw's favor there. Oh, another good swing by Termat, deflects off the block, another play. And you can really see here in these last couple of points the high-level interactions of hitters against opposing blockers. The vision of the hitters and their understanding of the block's strengths and weaknesses is just so fascinating at this high of a level, in addition to how fast they have to recognize, react, and make an offensive choice. That's just the skill and the intelligence of these high-level hitters, in addition to how athletic they are. Grabelny rolled, kept alive easily by Termat, but he's out of the offense. Doesn't matter, though, as Gunesh, the recipient of a beautiful set from Arslan Ekşi, puts it away cross-body, and Ankara with a very nice point on serve there. Oh, yeah, Novakovsky nowhere close to slowing down that gap set. Nice transition offense there. I believe Ziraat Bankasi now back within 1. Yes, they are. 8 serving 9, and a good rotation here with Ekşi at the service line. Not a good pass there from Krolek. Petkovic on the left puts it away off the platform of Bayraktar and out of bounds. What a great bailout swing by number 12 in white that time, doing exactly what he was called up from the bench to do. Score out of system. And he looks to be more comfortable on the left than Mikhail Sukulak was, for sure. Good pass there by Camejo's hands. Another middle attack, this time slowed down by the block. Smart choice by Krolek on the tight set, reset, and then put away. What an angle by Novakovsky. Levitating through the air, crushing that ball wrist away, and another point on serve for Warszawa against Ziraat Bankasi's rotation 1. Yeah, you see that from Krolek intentionally initiating that contact into the block to get it reset onto his side so that they could have that chance to run Novakovsky in the middle. Free ball here. Novakovsky again. This time he generates the reset. Petkovic on the right side down the line. He thought that ball was in, but the officials disagree. That is a very lucky break for Ziraat Bankasi. They were not looking like they were coordinated there in rotation 1 receive. They get out of it and send Atanasov back to the line, trailing only by 2. Warszawa looking pretty good so far, trying to force a 5th set for the 2nd consecutive Champions League match. Good serve, handled pretty well by Wojciech. Volak absolutely detonating deep cross court, and he puts it away again. Such a good piece of service reception there from Damian Wojciech. And you might be saying, well, Rob, he didn't pass that ball in front of the 3-meter line. That doesn't matter. He held off a very difficult serve, and he kept it in play on his side in a situation where his setter, Angel Trinidad, had 2 or maybe 3 attacking options. That is all you can ask for against such a tough serve. Camejo, high flat off the edge of the block and out of play. Smart shot there from number 15 in red, who's come on for Benny Tweenstra here in the 4th set. Gunesh, the middle blocker, back to serve here for Ankara. Look at the reception pattern there from WarszawA. The outside hitter is way up in the court. Rotation 3 receive. And it's an ace serve. Wow, right on cue. Both Grabelny and Kvolic were much too far forward. This ball got too high for Igor Grabelny, and it goes off his fingertips and out of play. Nice serve in there from Gunesh. And Ankara back within 1. That's a much better pass. Petkovic slowed down by the block. Termont keeps it alive. Camejo for the tie, and he puts it away cross court off the block and out of bounds. Wow, nice run by Ziraat Bankasi in this rotation. Atanasov putting on the pressure, and a lot of really good looking opportunities in transition offense. That ball actually right on the outside of the sideline. What a swing by Camejo against 3 blockers. Way out of system look here from Kvolic. Generates the reset, but the coverage play unable to be made by Wojciech, and Ziraat Bankasi Ankara has taken the lead. 13-12, 3 points in a row at least. Good disciplined blocking there by the Turkish side, and WarszawA needs timeout. Coach Andrea Anastasi, I'm sure, is beside himself. Let's listen into the timeout if we can. Yeah, 4 points in a row, the current Ankara run.
Jump, guys, and we try to catch Camejo when we can, guys. So we have to coming back to our idea. Don't worry, but guys, down. Oh, spokojnie,
interesting blend of the ideas of calm down, everything's okay, versus the urgency required for WarszawA to take the momentum back onto their side, win this set, and force a 5th. That's a very tough line to walk for Coach Anastasi. You can also hear him telling his team to target Oriol Camejo from the service line. Not a very good passer, at least that's what Anastasi perceives. If he wants that to be Warszawa's serving target, at least for those servers that aren't just going back to the line to hit the ball as hard as they can. Good timeout there, forces the service error. Gunesh carries that one in the middle of the net, and we are tied once again at 13 apiece. So here's Petkovic right on cue. Let's see if he's able to go at Camejo. Well, got to keep this ball in first of all and see if he can put it on the right guy. Works on the libero. That's the opposite of where I thought he was going to go. And Camejo, the beneficiary of a pretty good set, puts it away off the block and out of bounds. Textbook, absolutely textbook volleyball offense right there. Petkovic went after the best passer on the Ankara side. That's why he's wearing the wrong color jersey, because he's the best passer on the team. Good set to Camejo and good vision. He attacks off the block and exploits the mismatch. That's just how you draw it up right there. Unfortunately, that is not how you draw it up right there if without the Termont from the service line. All in this all-important 4th set. Volek for WarszawA from the service line. Handled pretty well there by Atanasov. Crushed out of the back row. What a dig, though. Grabelny blocked. It is covered. And a stuff block by Andre Vrona. Wow, you can hear Coach Roberto Santilli screaming in that rally that there were 4 contacts made by WarszawA. He thought that defensive play there that you just saw, that Wojciech and Kvolic both touched the ball. It was too quick for me to tell when it happened in real time. But eventually Vrona with the ceiling stuff block against Atanasov. That is not a reviewable play, and WarszawA takes a very important point and perhaps a little bit of momentum as well. Oh, momentum right back to the Ankara side as that ball is crushed out of the middle by Bedirhan Bulbul. Very nice play by number 7 in red, the 22-year-old middle blocker. All. What does Kameho do here? Not a very good pass by Grabelny. He'll take an out-of-system swing. Kept alive by Kameho. Termot takes a swing at it, but he's kept alive by Kvolek. Good defensive positioning there. Vrona in transition. Absolutely dunked to the floor cross-body. Wow, there's so much high-level volleyball stuff happening there in that play, I don't even know where to start. The first one is Bartosz Kvolek's defensive positioning right there. He is on the end line in position 6, if not a little bit deeper, because he knows the only thing that his job is defensively is to dig that ball high off the hands. So you saw the transition play there from Trinidad to Verona, but another thing that I noticed is Arslan Exi in the front court right now pulled off the net and didn't block in an out-of-system situation. Oh, that ball is absolutely destroyed by Martina Tanasov. But just to finish that thought, we kind of saw that last year with Zaksa Kedrij and Kozle as they were able to win this Champions League competition. Their much shorter setter, Benjamin Toniuti at the time, would do this all the time. When he was in the front court as a blocker and there was a clear out-of-system, like usual triple block look for their team, he would just pull off the net and let the other two blockers on his team come and block that ball. And I think that's what we just saw right there from Ekshi. That ball hit just out of bounds by Novakovsky out of the middle. And Ziraat Bankasa has taken the lead at 17-16. Wow, if Warszawa wants to force a 5th set and really effectively keep their Champions League hopes alive, they are really going to have to earn it. Ziraat Bankasa is playing really well. Petkovic down the line, dug by Kameho. Novakovsky finally restores some order for Warszawa. That was a brilliant defensive play by Oriol Kameho. Warszawa ended up with a free ball. And Novakovsky was not going to be denied twice in a row. Ooh, lucky break that time, right in between the arms of Gunesh. Yeah, he can't believe it. That's just unlucky. He was there. He was all over it. Good short serve there from Trinidad. Pass to about the 3-meter line. Atanasov is rejected. Petkovic and Novakovsky combined. Really smart serving there from Angel Trinidad, forcing the Ankara middle blocker to receive that ball. And that is not exactly what middle blockers are known for. Good block there. Dusan Petkovic taking away the line. Now 18 serving 17 in Warszawa's favor. Crushed to the floor. My goodness, Faik Samet Gunesh absolutely denting the floorboards there. Great set from Ekshi once again. Tied up at 18, all the drama you could possibly ask for. And only the second match of the Champions League season for these two teams. 18-18 in the 4th. Good rotation here for Ziraat Bankasa. Petkovic, wow, what a lucky break. I don't know how he found any space through that triple block. Let's see if we can see it here, if there's a tiny bit of a gap there. Oh, yes, there is. Great find by Dusan Petkovic. A little bit of a seam between Termat and Gunesh. And now once again we see Khalil Ibrahim Ugel, number 8 in red, coming in for Termat to hit this ball on the left side in rotation 1. And again, it doesn't matter as that ball served out of bounds. But I really like that substitution from Coach Roberto Santilli. I wish more teams would do that. Ugel can't believe it. He's came in twice in that same situation, and both times Warszawa's just missed the serve. We're tied up at 19. Martina Tanasov, probably the best server on the Ziraat Bankasa side. A huge opportunity right here to take the lead. And he does! My goodness, Martina Tanasov continues to totally back me up as the commentator, man. Every time I've praised his serving ability or outlined an opportunity that he has delivered at least 4 aces on the match, if my count is correct, and a huge one right there, none bigger than that. Ziraat Bankasi leads 20-19, a massive point late here in the 4th set. Can he do it again? Grabelny blocked back to Warszaw's side, but good coverage look here. Volek is rejected. Oh my goodness. Gunesh and Termat were all over that one. And not only does Ankara take that point, but they keep Atanasov on the service line. Oh yeah, that's all Faik Samet Gunesh right there with that right hand, shutting Volek down. Could that be a match-winning play right there? Unbelievable move from the Ziraat Bankasi block, and Warszawa needs a timeout, trailing by 2. They have to win this set. Otherwise, not only is this match over, but there's a chance that their Champions League hopes are over. At the very least, their road to the quarterfinals is significantly more difficult. What a performance from Ziraat Bankasi Ankara in this match so far. They lead 2-1, and they have just played inspired volleyball throughout this match. They've played from down, they've erased some deficits. And now they have the all-important lead here in the 4th as a substitution coming in. Mateusz Janikowski replaces Igor Grabelny, number 17 in white, 22 years of age, the outside hitter in for Grabelny to pass in position 1 right now. Can Atanasov keep this in play out of the timeout? Yes, he can. What a pass by Volek. Dug by Atanasov. Transition opportunity here. Set over, though, back to the Warszawa side. And then put away by Volek on the left side. Wow, that is an absolutely clutch play by number 2 in white, Bartosz Volek, with a hugely important pass. And then eventually he puts this ball away against one blocker. Warszawa had to have that if they were going to stay in this 4th set. Now Novakovsky serving already has an ace here in the 4th. I bet you he will go after Camejo in position 5. No. Hand pass by the libero. Camejo one-on-one off the late blocker's hands and out of play. That is a serving mistake by Peter Novakovsky, in my opinion. The last person you want to serve there is the opposing libero. 22-20. All the drama you could ask for here in the 4th set. Faik Samet Gunesh will be the server. Ball may have been going out of bounds. Passed perfectly by Janikowski. Volek dug by the middle blocker. Sent over by Ekshi. This is a swing keep coming here from Volek. Off the fingertips, Atanasov runs it down. Camejo! Right on the sideline in position 5. That is an absolutely enormous point, not just in this set, in this match, in the entire Champions League season right there. And it all started with the middle blocker dig. Gunesh with his 2nd important defensive play in this match. Ziraat Bankasi Ankara eventually walks away with that point. Now 23-20 here in the 4th. Good pass there by Janikowski again. Petkovic is blocked by Camejo, and it can't be covered and run down. One-on-one stuff block by the big Cuban at 2 meters and 7. Oriol Camejo has come in here in the 4th and brought his team to match point. 24-20. Ziraat Bankasi Ankara is on the doorstep of probably the shocker of the Champions League season so far if this ends the way it looks like it will right now. Warszawa must side out this ball. That's what comes first. Almost an ace serve. Petkovic off the block and out of bounds. Ooh, wow, that looked a little interesting there as that ball almost went to the floor on the float serve. But Warszawa does side out that ball, so 1 match point save. Ooh, lucky swing there from Petkovic. That block by Camejo looked pretty good. Now Petkovic is the server. Match point number 2 for the Turkish side. Rotation 3 receive. Good serve working on Atanasov. Termat for the match, off the block and out of bounds, and that is it. Oh my goodness, Ziraat Bankasi Ankara has come to Warsaw, and not only have they beaten Projekt WARSZAWA, they've beaten them in 4, or have they? Oh man, we might have a challenge here by Coach Andrea Anastasi. I mean, you might as well use your challenges while you have them. The celebration is postponed, at least for the moment. I believe net touch will be the thing that is challenged. Net touch, I'm not sure against who. I suppose it's probably against Ziraat, who ended up attacking that ball. Any hope that Warszawa might have rests exclusively on those three people in their frame right there at that challenge replay desk. This must be close because it's taken a while to look at this. No net touch, unsuccessful challenge, and it is over. Oh, no fault. Touch after ball out of play. Ziraat already starting to celebrate, and he grazes the bottom of the net after the ball was already down. Warszawa is arguing about this, but the officials have seen enough. The match is over. Ziraat Bankasi ANKARA have taken the match 3-1. They have come to Warsaw and beaten Projekt WARSZAWA, and they have done it in full 3-point winning fashion. Ziraat Bankasi keeps pace with Dynamo Moscow now tied at the top. Actually, they take the lead in Pool B. They have full 6 points in their 2 wins. What a match this was. Ankara traveling on the road. They get, I believe, what I would call the upset win of the season so far early on in the CEV Men's Champions League. What an amazing spectacle these two teams have put on in their super match of the week. The celebration is on. Oh, look at the celebration there for the Ankara team. Incredible volleyball on display by both teams. Thank you all so much for watching wherever you are in the world on Eurovolley.tv and on the CEV YouTube channel. My name is Rob St. Clair. We will be back next week. Make sure you check out the European Volleyball Show on the YouTube channel before each Super Match of the Week on YouTube. Next week we will swing back to the Women's Champions League with Police from Poland against the reigning champions, the Moko Corneliano. That'll be next Thursday. Check out cev.eu for any more info. Follow the CEV on all social medias. And this is Rob St. Clair signing off for now. Thanks very much for watching.
First of all, congratulations for your winning. Did you expect that you can take 3 points from Warsaw?
What we expected before is, if you see, I think if you compare the teams, they're quite similar. So, we had a chance. We took it. I think we played good.
What were the key factors of your victory today?
I think to start with serve, of course, because if we pressure on serve, they have to play high ball, and then we can play block defense. But also, our block defense is important. Like sometimes you see we take some impossible balls, gives us a lot of energy, and then we fly.
Congratulations one more time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dobra, oni się tutaj rozciągają, zaraz kogoś będę wyciągać. Chciałabym Andrzeja Wronę wziąć i może wezmę...